Good, you already know what it is. We live, episode 49 to Get Right This Podcast. It's your boy King Heru Yuzi, and you already know your boy King Espizito Zito. Lock in.
What's up, brother? How you feeling, yo? How's everything?
Yo,
Doing good, G.
send Cuzzo invite.
Okay.
Yo,
Woo!
you
Yeah.
got you got Dre on your friends list, right? I told him we was gonna send him the link. I don't know why it's not popping up on this name. Send him a invite for me. Call he got the Caldwell Playground name, right? I don't know why
Yeah.
it's not showing up on this one. What's goody? What's goody?
There we go.
Can you hear me and shit? I'm doing an outside episode.
Of course. Nah, you good.
The P
Good.
Jizzy. Heard?
You good. You crispy.
Yeah, man, okay, good. Long as we crispy, long as y'all can hear me. We about to bring y'all some tools.
There we go.
About to bring y'all some 1-2, some fire.
Ooh.
Y'all.
Wordy. So what's the word? What's goody?
You already know the shit, man.
Yes, sir.
Getting right,
Mm-hmm.
getting wavy, enjoying this Jersey legalization.
All right. But of
Good to be
course.
this home. We got a live together.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right.
But other than that, you know what it is. You know how it's going down.
Absolutely. Welcome in, everybody coming in. Welcome in. What's good with y'all? How's y'all Sunday? How's life?
Word, how y'all doing? How you doing?
You
What's
know,
goody?
we was gone last week, but we here.
You
Oh, we
already
here
know.
tonight. We here tonight.
Back like that. Yes.
And it's right on time.
Fresh bongalito on deck. We
Of course.
in.
I expect nothing less.
I got some pink. I have some pink cones. I just left them down there because she made me soon. Look, maybe that's what it is. I got the cone ones. I left them down there because maybe so mad I left every goddamn thing. Yeah! I just got up out of there and said, "Shit, I'm going home." Goddamn it! It was good. Thanks, sis.
There you go.
You already know. Let's get it. Got Cuz Ray Hood over here in the cut, tuned in for the live outside. Fresh on our PJs, everybody out, they chilling, doing what they do.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Getting some of that love all on them. Some of that.
Yes.
Getting that melanin up on them.
Right.
Word.
Fact.
All right.
All right, you can start it. Let's get it going.
We're going to piss a lot of people off tonight, but goddamn it, let's go. Welcome. Episode 49 of the Get Right This Podcast. You already know the vibes. You guys, your kings. That is Mother effing King Heru up top. You already know the vibes. King Heru, where you see, baby. The tribe,
exactly.
the chief.
You tribe, you heard.
You know the vibes. I am your man, Johnny Espizito, King Zito, JWB3. You know the vibes. You know every motherfucking thing about me. Here we go. As usual, each episode is brought to you by Blazing that 420 Medicals LLC, as well as BC Marketing LLC. All right, for all of your customary needs, whether they be shirts, pants, Crocs, sneaks, fitteds, I don't care what it is. You see the gentleman up top, and he will take great care of you for all of your marketing needs. You see me, whether that be email marketing, digital marketing, social media management, flyers, logos, the whole vibe for your business. You see me, I will take great care of you. Per usual, We run advertisements with the podcast. We run 15, 30, 45-second advertisements. You will be featured to our listenership, to our viewership. We are on every major platform. We are on YouTube. We have been picked up by Power 109. So it's a good look for you to advertise with us. Okay.
Exactly.
Outside of that, bills paid. Okay. Let's get to it.
Get it.
We here. What a motherfucking time. Roe versus Wade, as advertised.
Let's get it. B
Uh,
was
all
boot
right,
fan good. Let me know
man,
if y'all can hear it loud and clearly.
man. Heavy, heavy, heavy time right now. If you're not aware of what took place, Supreme Court decided to strike down Roe versus Wade. B was a good guy. In doing such, the supreme violation of women's rights. I
didn't even say nothing to her.
There's really no 2-3 ways about the shit. You understand? It's a severe violation. It's a supreme violation. You now have men dictating what women can do with their own bodies. This is how far we have slipped. This is where we are at currently. Whether you are pro-life, pro-choice, whatever side of the aisle you sit on, this affects everyone. The interesting part about all of this is the fallout. And the fallout has been massive. See people holding, all types of demonstrations outside of the Capitol. Funny how nobody's storming the Capitol, though. That's it. You see a lot of people protesting. You see a lot of states saying, hey, it's still legal here. You understand? But we get what they're saying. If you want to cross the border, if you want to drive over here to get it done, you can get it done. Moving on. Yeah.
Right.
Shit is ugly. Super duper ugly. So, the first question, what do you think of all of this? What does it all mean?
Go ahead. I'm about to say, go ahead. You look. You already know. On this one, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you take it off and jump it off because when I come in, I'm just alley oop me.
I got you.
And I'm gonna bust and I'm gonna fry this shit tonight. You already know.
I think they can make the laws of women's bodies. I don't understand it either, honestly. And that's the shit.
Fact, exactly, B. Like that's wild. Like this is why we got a problem now. But go ahead, Zito, because I'm about to go in.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is crazy shit. This is not only is it a step back, a super step back. We're treading back into the mindset of Reaganomics almost, damn near. 80s, 70s. When the conservative agenda was very still in step with everything from the 40s, 50s, 60s. You understand?
Right.
It's funny how the same time we have a whole formula shortage and everything like that, then you go ahead and you kill abortions. Pun intended. So my question is this: what about the females that abortion saved their life?
Right.
The ones that have the miscarriages and the miscarriage does not exit the
Not
body.
not just females being able to have their own rights, period, because it's their body.
Right.
Not only being able to say, yeah, I might not be able to take care of this baby. I don't want the baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a situation to have the baby. Shit, I've been molested or
Right.
raped.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're being
So now I have to have the baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you already know. Go ahead, Zito.
Or risk going to jail. You understand? That
Right.
procedure, of having an abortion is not just about, oh, the timing is bad or I don't want X, Y, and Z. There is a rate of females who have abortions and it saves their life.
Right.
You understand? Like, there's different types of pregnancies. If you just do your research. And miscarriages don't leave the body the way that they naturally are supposed to.
Right.
So what you're condemning a lot of females to die with striking down Roe v. Wade. And the level of disrespect, like I said earlier in the week, I feel a level of disgust that is fucking incredible.
Right. Right.
This
Right.
is such a violation. And this has nothing to do with, like my own affinity for women and shit like that. But it has to do with the respect and how I do honor them. But it has to do with what's right versus what's wrong.
I'm about to say, that because right now it's not. I mean, y'all know what it is.
Like,
y'all know what it is for me about, the children and the women. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all know what it is. So it's not even about that. But the point of it's the real fact and real point is, bro, I'm a man. Y'all females. We put on this earth to live, be us, be you, control yourself, control your body, be able to do what you want with your body. So, especially for some men or some dudes in some suits to be saying or telling some females what they can do or cannot do with their body, you must be crazy as hell.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. And to piggyback off of that, yeah, you're literally telling them what to do, what they can and can't do. Like, you're saying, oh, this ain't happening no more. And this is just the tip of the fucking iceberg. Let's be clear.
Bro, when they tell us slavery gone, I'll be laughing.
Word is bond. Like, this is just the beginning. Like, the whole, contraception, the whole shit, that's next.
Right.
Literally, that's next. After that, there's a sitting senator who called for them to strike down the laws put in place that destabilized segregation, that put in place interracial marriage as being okay, loving versus whoever. Yeah, that's next. So the collective mindset of the far right now, because they control the Supreme Court, this is where all this shit is coming from. They want to take shit back to the 50s, to the 40s. You understand?
Right.
This is what they want to do. Now, of course, we can address the elephant in the motherfucking room, because we talked about fallout. The fallout of all of this shit. Now you see people hitting the campaign trails. Now you see people making speeches. Specifically, the speech that I'm focused on right now is from another sitting fucking senator from Illinois. And she had Trump's dumbass right behind her. And you see the crowd, the whole shit. So you know what type of crowd this is.
Right.
And she goes on to say that this is a victory for white life.
Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Now, here we go. Now we get to the...
Now let's get to it.
Now we get into the segment.
Now let's get to it. Now what you want to talk about?
Now, so that's why as soon as you already know, when we spitting on the night, we doing it like rapid fire. That's when I'm like, so give me a quick rundown, and within that 10-second video, I don't know what episode it was, y'all. I already talked and I already told y'all what's happening as far as ethic wise. So when you talking about like when you go put down for a job, of course now you're doing it on the internet and shit like that. But we all know when you got the little paper and all that shit, we know what come up if you
Right.
African American, Caucasian, you know what I mean, whatever, expanding, Irish, stuff like that.
Right.
Just some time ago, which about a year and a half ago, I dropped the videos on it saying that they dropped the Irish off of when you come in. So if you Irish in the United States, you do not go by that no more. You just go by as fully just white American, because they're trying to increase their population. So when Zito said, the lady said thank you and thanks for passing this, because you are now giving a chance for white lives to survive. What they're saying is there's not enough sexual intercourse going on between the two species, six ether and six ether. Six ether women, Caucasian women, are mixing with so many other women because they're starting to come attuned to know in order to keep their species thriving, they need a higher ether to keep their children to be able to sustain life on Earth. So what's happening is, with all this interracial and everybody doing what they doing with who, the population that was already doomed to be, back at the end when time was come. It's already starting to happen, and they know that. So what's happening is, when she said that, she's saying now with that, we can have more babies. We don't have to worry about the women saying they want an abortion, or they don't want the baby by the father, or blah, 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 any of that. They just know now that as long as people can start getting this together and start producing, they're going to start producing. They're going to start producing, because you have to understand, when we get back to the time in history, what's once was will always be. Y'all know that, right? What once was will always be. So if the world was first Kemetic with 9 ether beings, who is running and repopulating the earth? The 9 ether beings. So to fall down the line, we know who get knocked down first. The lower going up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is why we're at the point now to where anything they can do, any type of control they can have, any type of thing they can stand, put on, push through, they're going to push it through. This is why 2 years ago we said, start draining your swamp. My white folks that I love, start draining your swamp for them bad motherfuckers. My Spanish, my Asians, my all that, stop draining your folks for them bad motherfuckers. Us, my motherfucking Kemetic people, my you know what I mean? My people, we got to start draining, you know what I mean, the swamp for the cancerous people within our society, because if we don't do that, we still gonna have to battle that. And then these motherfuckers keep on pushing stuff. They can keep on pushing laws. They can keep on, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's just gonna get more crazier and crazier. And we say it, we bring it up every week. We bring it up with the videos we drop. We bring it up with the information we drop. I've been dropping it for time, but for about the last 3 years, we're doing videos and all types of stuff and dropping things for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We've been bringing this stuff up. We've been trying to tell y'all. Voting for certain people, going for certain people is going to cause a backfire, and then everybody gonna be jammed. And then now it's gonna get to the point to where, as you said, no formula on the shelf, but ain't no food on the shelf. So people that don't know how to grow, people that ain't been listening, fly, people that have not been following and tracking what I've been saying, learning how to have a garden, learning how to get your own food, your own vegetables, learn and watch how to survive if you have to hunt. Because the time is coming. Those times are coming, and what y'all don't understand is it's already here. It's just gonna start knocking and knocking, and everything is just gonna hit like lightning. Boom, boom. It's just gonna start striking. You're not gonna know what to do. You're not gonna know where to be. You're not gonna have no damn plan. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when they're gonna be able to control. They can be able to bring their troops in and they swamps in and come through. Now everybody gotta run by, you know what I mean, martial law type shit and all that. But the overall fact for what they're trying to do is because they know 6 ether beings are becoming extinct, because the planet is heating up. The planet is changing. Once the planet change, the people that are on the planet change. So if you're not a being that can sustain and get with that, then it's gonna be difficult for you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be. But go ahead, Zito. Let's take it. Take it.
I'm right there with you, and to give complete credence to everything that you're saying. One of our first episodes, I think it was either the fourth, maybe. It might have been the fourth or the fifth, when we were talking about COVID and everything like that and how it affects the population. And we went talk a little bit about population control and things of that matter. They stripped that video down from YouTube and all the streaming platforms, and they hid behind the TOS and tried to say, "Hey, we can't prove this, we can't prove that." When we submitted all of the facts that we had,
Yeah,
literally,
I'm about to say 100.
that came from doctors, that came from personal experience, that came from a whole lot of people that could validate what we were saying. So
Right.
to bring this back to this, and to have a sitting senator talk about this is a victory for white life, I know that's very triggering for people, right? Here's the thing. We are of the mind, you understand? And I say we because we are in step with this shit. Always have been. We understand this shit. And we get that it's triggering to hear, but they have been operating on this energy for well over 30 plus years. It's a grander scheme, yes, but specifically 30 plus years. If you're not familiar, and this is what I told a few people because people was asking questions and upset about what's going on, there is a book called The Birth Dearth, all right? And in that book, and it was written by a person who is counsel to almost every single president since Reagan, okay? And in the book, The Birth Dearth, they go into detail about fixing the white population, talking about Planned Parenthood, how the leader in abortions is white women. 60%. Staggering.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not the minorities. It's not the
Nah.
black community. It's not the
No,
black and brown
you know,
community.
that's why I said that.
White folks.
Yeah, so
I
I
know
said that.
that's hard to hear,
Right.
but it's facts. To the point where every sitting president has this one, that the author of the book, he is a counsel to every sitting president because it's a part of the agenda. Just being clear. All right? You think I'm lying? Go read The Birth Dearth. Everything is right there. Right there in black and white for you to read.
Thanks.
I promise you. This is not they capping just because, they, don't agree with what's going on and or they sit on this side of the aisle. Neither one of us sits on any side of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle can fuck off. This ain't got shit to do with that. This is human rights. This is not political. This is about human rights. And the women are catching hell. Now, it's very interesting to me. I'm seeing a lot of white women angry about this. So maybe you'll start listening because the black community been telling y'all about this shit forever.
Yeah.
We've been known.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. If I'm lying, I'm
Facts.
fucking. We've been.
Facts.
How long have you heard us talking about? God damn, there's a Planned Parenthood. They try to put this shit everywhere in our fucking communities, but they end up going out of business. All right? Because we don't have abortions like that.
Right.
Come on,
That's
man.
Facts.
This is facts. Yes, I know you're angry there. Like, I was on the phone with my fiance when all of this came down, and she literally started crying on the phone. Literally. Like,
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. Wild times. You know what I'm saying? Wild times, wild reactions. Everybody tuning in. Everybody trying to figure out what the fuck is going on next, what's happening next, what's going on. So, yeah. This is wild times, and I wouldn't say you wasn't the only one. Trust me, you wasn't the only one. So yeah, it's a lot of angry wives, a lot of angry husbands, a lot of angry people all over, man.
All right.
I'm like, this is what I said. You gotta stay alert, stay right, stay ready for anything. Stay planned up. Keep the ones that you know what I mean, fuck with the closest to you, the ones that you love, and y'all gotta make sure y'all, do what y'all do to keep things right. Um, Other than that, we in the different times, difficult times, and man, we all gotta stay woke. We gotta stay awake. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is the time to tune. When they tell y'all to tune into your shit that's going on, tune into your council, tune into what's going on in your city, your state, your town. You know what I mean? Tune in, get in there, get active, get your people
Got
together.
to.
That time.
Got to.
Otherwise, I'm gonna keep watching and letting them do it. But yeah, word. Yeah, that was yeah.
That's the shit. Like, when it comes to this, and you talk about this being the tip of the iceberg,
Right.
and because, and let's be clear, Clarence Thomas always been a tap dancing ass nigga. Like, we know these things already. You understand? Like, I expect nothing less from him. He's being very vocal about Roe versus Wade and striking down. Oh yes, to the gay community, to the gays. Y'all's next. Um, Same-sex marriage. They're coming for that next. Uh, they're trying to literally outlaw same-sex marriage. Not only that, gay parents being able to adopt, gay parents being able to become, not parents, but gay people becoming teachers. And
They are.
so now it's no longer about your own knowledge base or what you go to school for. If you are gay, you can't do these things.
Right.
They are coming for any indifferent that does. Yes, absolutely, 100%. B, absolutely. You understand? So folks need to pay attention. Really pay attention to what the fuck is going on. I say the gay community because y'all are literally, it went women's rights, gay folks, literally, and then after that, then they're coming for the whole segregation shit. They're coming for interracial marriages, the whole fucking spectrum. They're coming for it all, and it's
Right.
insane. Now it should make you think, and this is why I say we need to vacate the whole two-party system, because it's a failure on both sides of the aisle. Because Democrats control the House, they control the Senate, and they
Right.
control the fucking presidency.
Right.
How the fuck does the Supreme Court strike something down without y'all motherfuckers doing anything? Just a question.
Yeah. Yeah, we know how the roll call go. You gotta go. You
Just a
know what I
question.
mean? You gotta go down the line. Facts. We know how it go. So that's what I'm saying. Like that shit was so ASAP. It was like boom, and then I just see everybody posting like, oh, what the hell is going on? Women can't, control what they have. You can have abortions and all types of shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, we know how they do. We sneaky little fuckers.
Woo.
You
This
know what
is
I'm saying?
and this is the funny shit, because when you see us post our content, whether individually or together,
Right.
some people think, oh well, he posts conservative stuff, Fox News stuff, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Blah blah blah. That doesn't mean he aligns with that shit. Half of the time, let's be clear, half of the time you see anything from Fox News posted, it's for a fucking reaction, because he wants to see who's and who's fucking sleep behind the wheel. See if anybody's with. I know this. Y'all don't know. I know this. Let's be clear.
Facts. Facts. So facts.
We don't subscribe to none of that shit.
For any indifferent that doesn't fit their agenda. Exactly. You know the shit. Yo, we know it. We know it. We know how it go down.
Absolutely, babe. Like, so I posed the question to y'all listening. All of our listenership, viewership, everyone who's here live, shout out to y'all. If the Democrats control the House, control the Senate, control the fucking presidency, how does the Supreme Court get this shit off? Why is it still standing? Why is it still in place? There's so many ways that they could have countered this shit already. So many. But they haven't done it yet. There's a reason. What do you think that reason is?
But look, but when Trizzy was in there, you know how many steps they had to go through to get the shit they go and shit on. You know how many, how they was on it. Oh, we got to vote this, we got to vote that. Did this person say this was okay? Did this person, you know what I mean? Did they go through these people? Nah, they just coming out. Bang! Here you go. And okay, what it is, we pushing it through. If somebody want to do something about it, you're gonna have to bring it up fully. And that's what's wild. That's what's wild.
There you go, B. Exactly.
Oh yeah,
They all work together.
exactly. That's number one too. They all work together. We know that. That's a fact. Even though there's little size and shit, it's just on who can get the control at the moment. But the main point is to make sure that they good. Long as they controlling and they pockets right, that's all that fucking matters. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta counter that as people. I ain't gonna talk too much on it right here because I don't want to get this episode taken down. But yeah, we got to do some things different. And since we already did episode, me and Z, we'll do a backup episode on our personal app, and we'll upload it in depth. More in depth, like facts and things to count and what we got to do on that, so y'all can get that on the Patreon. So the Patreon is about to get real hot. I know we've been talking about it, but it's about to get real hot. So if you haven't subscribed to it, yeah, jump on that because
the link is in the bio. Y'all already know. And that's another tidbit too. One of the things that they want to come for next is free speech. We already know this, and this is why when we have these conversations with people, when we talk about well, you're supposed to be able to say whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say, freedom of speech. I can say whatever. Cool. Yeah, you can. But freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence. Just like if you walk up to a motherfucker and curse them out and call them everything, to coin the phrase, everything except a child of God. You are not free of catching that motherfucker's hands.
Right.
Your freedom of consequence. You can say whatever you want, but you can still catch a motherfucking fade for what you say. Very simple.
Exactly.
Folks always get free speech twisted. I don't know why. Like, stop shooting yourself in the foot. Stop using that in your conversation pieces. It's a talking point. You understand? Don't do that. And the crazy part is, and I'm not going to name no names. I had a conversation. I'm going to get your thoughts about this one.
Say whatever you want, but you are not free from consequences that come about from those words, facts, word, right? Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with this. Fuck what you saying, because I'm gonna bring them facts.
I was having a conversation with somebody about this whole Roe versus Wade shit, and it was on Facebook, obviously, and it was their status. They said that Roe versus Wade being struck down was a victory for God.
Come on, man. These are the same people that got certain courtrooms, got signs and symbols of. Come on, man.
I literally, what?
Come on, wait. Well, I ain't even going into that one. I ain't even going to the whole shit about the thing.
I would like your thoughts, sir. I really like your thoughts on
that. Like on that.
It's time to cook. Let's fucking cook.
At this point in time, come on, man. We know this shit is a game, man. Mm-hmm. This shit is a game. You know what I'm saying? This shit is a game. Come on, man. We know these folks don't give a when they get down to it. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about no higher power, no God, no none of that. You know what I mean? We dealing with pure evil, twisted mofos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit, we know by now, all that shit is talk. All that shit is game.
Right.
How is it a win? Like, what's the win? If it's a win for God, it should have been a win from the beginning. You know what I mean? So we not like, you know what I mean? So that's that. You already know. That's a whole nother episode.
It's just crazy for me to actually see somebody say that shit, and I was like, I literally said, if you think this is God energy, then this shit screams a ton about you and what you're about. Like,
Right.
seriously. There you
Facts.
go. Peace,
Okay, how you
beloved.
doing? Man, now good to see you back. I see your joint back. I'm gonna jump on there with you
Word.
on
What's
the
good
upcoming
with you,
up top Jersey. I'm definitely gonna jump on there with
man?
you. Where we at? What time is it?
It's
I
it's
can't
it's,
like.
it's really insane to really think about all of these things, man. And I, like I said, to the females, to the women, the queens of the land, y'all have my support. Y'all have our support during these crazy fucking times. Because, good God,
Yeah,
like,
always. We tell y'all that all the time. The queens, no matter who you are, what race, is man, that the world is effed up. And if we don't
heavy,
get you right and put y'all in the position that y'all need to be, and this shit gonna go to doom. This shit's over with.
heavy,
You know what I
heavy.
mean? We got real shit to do out here, man. We got real shit to do out here.
And for anybody,
And we still
anybody, anybody watching, anybody taking in this content, this information, this podcast, understand something. This has nothing to do about us versus white people.
right,
Oh,
facts. Nothing. That's what I said. This
let
shit don't matter what fucking rich you are. This shit crazy.
these motherfuckers who sat up there and literally said, "This is a victory for white life." We are literally saying what they said.
I just got done saying that. Somebody asked me the other day that was like, you got kids or whatever, how many you got? 3. Of course, they asked you how many. I mean, what you got, boy, girl. I got boys, you know what I'm saying? And I always said, I always used to say to myself, like, damn, I ain't had no girl. I ain't had no girl, no little princess, no little queen to raise. In this world right now, I probably wouldn't even be, I'm not saying I wouldn't be the raiser, but I'll probably be going somewhere and done did something because this shit's so scary and so wild out here. I'd have to kill them, motherfucker. You have to, you know what I mean? Literally have to
Bro,
put
I
something
feel you.
real out here to somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Real shit.
I'll stick with the 3 kings, raise them up to be respectful and protect the queens, and you know how it go because that's what I'm here to do. So that's what I got to
Virgo,
raise.
that's good Lord. I can only imagine.
Uh,
I was FaceTiming with my niece earlier, and I was like,
like you said, it's the gumbo.
"Wow,
Gumbo. Big
y'all,
smoking some
like
gumbo. Get
like
fired.
crazy." You know what I'm saying? And uh, you got a lot of people saying
People
who
versus the
who are saying that they will,
I'm saying
like,
this. I mean, B. I'm
I
just
literally
taking
seen people say, "Yo, I will house you. I will take you to the appointment. I will do X, Y, and Z if you need said, if you have the deed done and all of these things. There is support. You understand? Um.
more like what B said. I just pinned your comment, man.
Oh yeah, good.
People versus the government now. It's been this.
Right.
It's been this since the beginning when they started implanting that shit.
Yeah.
That's what people got to understand. This is what I teach about following the timeline. You got to go back to the beginning of the timeline. This
Yeah.
is what y'all got to understand. But it's good though. The awakening is happening. It is good because
100.
they see it, know it. But at the same time, this shit been that, and this is what the teachers been teaching. No matter it don't matter if you black, Spanish, yellow, Asian, and none of that shit. This is shit that they've been teaching. Because if we all knew this, they wouldn't be able to do this crazy shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I absolutely agree.
You know what
And
I'm saying? So
that's why I feel, the fact that, like I said, the Democrats run the House, the Senate,
right,
the presidency. Why haven't they done anything yet? Because they fishing.
right,
Niggas, they fishing. They want to see what the people gonna do.
exactly.
Honestly, like they really want to sit back and watch so they can analyze this shit because it's the grand chessboard. Welcome to
Right,
the grand chessboard. Told you
facts.
to read that book before. That's another book you need to read. The grand chessboard. I
Yep.
promise. It'll put you on to a lot of tactics and things that they
You know what
do.
we gonna do? I just go from the home and take it. Got you. You already know it. We gonna do a little list for y'all. You know what I mean? We gonna do a little list for y'all. We're gonna do an episode. We're gonna do a list of some things to read, some things to watch, just some things. You know what I mean? I know we go back and we bring up things for y'all to, you know what I mean, go ahead and check out. So we gonna do that. We gonna chat, kick it. We gonna put a list of some shit together, and we gonna come back and we gonna drop some shit for y'all to follow, so y'all can catch up, some books to read and shit like that y'all can buy, and just get the shit that y'all subjects to, so you can start to read. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about reading. Even if you're not a reader or a reader, you know what I mean? To start it got to be a subject that you are interested in. Don't just let somebody give you it. You know what I mean? But take what we telling y'all and giving y'all, and y'all gotta, you know what I mean? Not only go ahead and get the information, but apply that shit. Put some posts out. If you can't go live and you ain't want to do the talking to people and shit, find a way to make some posts or get some, you know what I mean, memes and start posting some things. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta go wild and crazy, you know, like how we. Because I don't want y'all pages marked up and shit like that. But
Yeah, they definitely they want us to burn it to the ground. That's what they want. Honestly, they want to see that. And here's the shit. Right now, this might be one of the most important times in history. Because now it's time for all of the women to use their fucking power. If y'all did not know how fucking powerful y'all are,
and they using it in the wrong way because all this crazy ass stuff they got out and going on. Females worrying about. Oh man, it's wild. We gotta have an episode on it for the
stop
queens. And y'all
worrying
know
about
I'm gonna
being
get right. Y'all
stop
know I'm gonna put y'all up there, but
city girl. Stop
going on.
worrying about Megan Stallion and all that
Yeah,
bullshit.
it got y'all.
Adjust
Y'all want to
now.
be. Y'all
Now,
going back to the independent bullcrap, and this is the time of need when we need to get together, because a motherfucker standing by you by your side is the one that's going to lift you up on that motherfucking throne. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's just it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gonna do it. Y'all can get together. But yeah, it's a whole women. Y'all got some things. I'm about to start putting some stuff together. I'm about to start putting some panels together for y'all. Y'all got to start talking. Y'all got to start getting up on here. So when we start getting on this groundwork, y'all out here with us, like it's a whole different ball game, as he said. But word, we got any questions for the night?
Miss Virgo Tastic, I'm going to say this to you, beloved, because you actually have your own platform. You have your own voice. They like you a lot. You understand? Being in the space that I am in terms of marketing and branding and everything like that, they like you because you are a black woman who is not afraid to speak. I need you to start roasting these motherfuckers. That's it.
And that's even if you ain't got the information, hit me. I don't give a fuck. If you don't got the information, you ain't got the time to do the research. You want to talk about it right then and there, hit me. I'll send you enough firepower.
Yes, absolutely. Because I watch you when you go into these spaces and talk to these people, and I understand. I respect it. You lead with respect and everything like that. But you know, when you walk into a lion's den and these motherfuckers start roaring in your face, it's time to decapitate.
You gotta have your swords ready, sharpened up. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Gotta have your tricks up the sleeve and the cut. You know what I'm saying? That's just your in-depth facts. You never give your in-depth facts out during when you talking. You talk what you know through the
Yes.
facts. Don't give your in-depth facts out. But we got you and we got y'all. We got any
Absolutely.
questions?
Oh yes. If you have any questions, it's that time.
Do you we ain't got no questions on up right, Zito? We good? No, I mean y'all
Nah.
can ask them if y'all got any.
Yeah.
If not, you know what time it is, because we do gotta get this sealed and we do have to make
Yeah.
sure it's loaded up. Not for all platforms, but for, you know, like we said, being through the 107.9 out there in Cali, we gotta make sure everything is good and set and keep the episodes rocking. Any questions for the night. If not, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know it's love. Always, we appreciate y'all for coming through. This upload is about to go up. It's not going to do anything but get more powerful from here. As I said, we're going to drop maybe a little 20, 15-minute joint for y'all on the exclusive side. And it is what it is. We love y'all. This is the Get Righteous Podcast. This is King We Uzi of the We Uzi tribe. And that's your boy, King Espizito. Zito, y'all know what time it is. Zito, you got anything?
I ain't got nothing else. We good.
Y'all already love y'all family.